Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we're going to be taking a look at the demo version of Dino Topia. This is a charming action-adventure simulation roguelite that blends together many different elements like city building, monster collection, crafting, and farming. Now, in Dino Topia, you will explore diverse regions, you will build your own unique city, you will hatch dinos and make them both fight and work for you. It's really quite fun. There's also a co-op mode as well, so that's super cool. You can play with your friends. Now, if you want to check this game out for yourself, you can certainly do so. There is a free demo available right now on Steam, link in the video description below. Otherwise, the slated release on Steam is simply coming soon. So we're going to dive on into some Dino Topia. I essentially have a file that is post-tutorial, right? We have a little more freedom, and we can explore the game together, so we're going to be doing that here today. But before we hop on in, please smash the like button if you're liking the video. Let me know in the comment section below what you're thinking about Dino Topia. And if you're new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber. Thank you so much. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to select our character here so you can actually create a character, adding all kinds of accessories and hairstyles and the like. We're going to go with the one I previously created. And we're going to load up on into our little civilization here. Now, I do have a few buildings that the tutorial kind of instructed me to build, but let me give you a quick lay of the land and kind of help you understand what's going on. So first and foremost, we do have a build menu. You can access this by pressing the B key, and there's all kinds of different buildings, some of which are locked. I do believe we have to research these yet, but all kinds of different buildings to build, which is super, super awesome. And then furthermore, we have... So this is the technology station. This is where you're going to research new technologies. And then this right here is your town hall. Now, we do have 3 dinos available to us. So these 2 are home dinos. We have Bonkzilla here. And it looks like they do have different talents, like different aptitudes, I guess. Like maybe gathering, planting, and etc. If you look to the left, like bottom middle there. And then we have Thornodon, excuse me. So each of these dinos do have, aptitude in battle. You can see their stats there. What these guys are is they're home dinos. So what they are doing is they're actually working for us on our little plot of land. Gathering things, planting things, and the like. So that's a super cool aspect of this game. You can, hatch dino eggs and then put them to work, or you can bring them to fight with you. So for instance, we do have Arrowwing coming with us on explorations, which is essentially the fighting. And of course, Arrowwing has different aptitudes as well. There's also different battle skills. If you see right there, Swift Wings, Wing Arrow, and Rotating Blade. So those are skills that are actually used in battle. So for now, we're going to keep Arrowwing as our battle dino, if you will, and then Bonkzilla and Thornodon at home. There's also a warehouse, kind of like your, Pokemon storage box, if you will. So we can actually, let's check out a few of these buildings. So this is the hatchery. So the tutorial obviously prompted me to build this. And I actually do have an egg, so it's another Arrowwing egg. So let's go ahead and place the egg into the hatchery, which is going to, of course, hatch our Arrowdon. So we're going to start hatching. It does it autonomously. And then while we're kind of waiting for things, you can actually gather resources. So there's various resources that you can collect. There's wood, there is plant fiber, mushrooms even. You can get stone, and you see Bonkzilla up here. He's collecting the stone, and he's bringing it up to the box. And the box is your ultimate storage, and we can actually check out the storage here to see our resources. You use these resources to, I would assume, farm down the road. We'll probably get that technology relatively soon. We have food materials. We also have just raw resources that will be used to build buildings. So I think what we do need is a bit more stone. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we look at our objective over here. So training station. Unlock and build training station at the technology station. So we'll have to research that. Looks like our boys are collecting some stone here. Doing our bidding. So let's go ahead and get this stone mined up. And I wonder if you can get access to better tools that work a little more efficiently and faster. Definitely a question that I have, but... we got a bunch of stone here. Let's pick some berries as well. Maybe we can get some seeds. Start our own little farm eventually. Doesn't look like we got any seeds there. Maybe this one will have some seeds in it. Nice. These guys are just going to work, though. You love to see this. And what do you know? We got some seeds. Perfect. All right, so let's go to the technology station. Let's open up this menu here and let's see. So training station. Okay, so this will give us the technology to build the training station. We do have to research it. It will cost 20 seconds, that workload required time down there in the bottom left. But there's also all these other buildings. Cooking station, so we'll be able to cook meals, essentially. a food trough. This should keep our dinos fed. We have a sleeping bag. This building allows one dino to rest at night. Then we also have a crop plot. Okay. So I would assume that the coming stages of the tutorial is going to show us the way, but first and foremost, let's go ahead and get a training station. So let's research this. Why can't I research it? Let me figure this out. Building effects unlock training station. So why is it not letting me? Oh, did I already research it? I must have already researched it. Yeah, I did. Okay, that one's on me. We need 2 more units of wood. My bad. So let's go ahead and let's cut down these trees. And look at this. We do have a new dino as well. So we'll have to take a look at our new dino, our newest addition to the colony. And then essentially what you do is you can upgrade your town center, and that will give you more capacity to put dinos to work. And then I would assume you get to the point where you can upgrade your character as well, which will allow you to take more dinos into battle. So we'll definitely get on into battle here in this episode. But I want to show you the fundamentals of, you know, the city building, monster collecting, crafting, farming aspect first. So let's go ahead and adopt the arrow wing, which is a duplicate dino, of course. And let's see if we can find a good spot for him. All right, so he is in just the warehouse for now. Now, if we can upgrade the home, we can actually add him to do some work for us. So let's see if we can upgrade the base. All right, so we need a cooking station and a food trough before we can do so. All right, well, we'll definitely get that. But first and foremost, we have the resources. Let's go ahead and get the training center built. Training station. And you can see it's got, you know, pretty recognizable locations to build things. And I do like that you can place buildings anywhere. Like, you know, this whole plot of land. Essentially, you could turn into a city if you like. It does appear. So let's go ahead and get the training station right here. And then you do have to build it. So it remains to be seen still if our dinos will work for us. It looks like they're researching for us right here, which is quite nice. So I wonder if their skills increase. Maybe the training station will help improve their skills. I'm guessing the game's going to tell us. So enhances attributes. Unlock more attributes to enhance further. Okay, got it. Dino deployment upgrades allow for more dinos to join the hunt. Okay, so that's what we definitely want. I want to get our little T-Rex guy with us. Upgrades require a large amount of stone coins. Spending Beast Blood unlocks additional upgrade options. Okay, so Beast Blood is another currency, and then stone coins. I do have a few of those from my first expedition in the tutorial. Beast Blood can be obtained by defeating bosses. Okay, so yes, there are boss fights in this. In fact, the battle sequences, the adventure aspect of this game, it's quite nice. I do enjoy it. So let's go ahead and close up the interface and open up the training station. So deploy dinos. So we have to get this upgraded. So it looks like it costs 5 stone coins for a level 2 upgrade. It costs 40. Okay. So totem backpack. So these are all cheap. So let's get them all. Looks like we have attack power as well. And then unlock more abilities to upgrade then with the Beast Blood. So we'll definitely have to take a look at that. But we got a bunch of upgrades here, including another slot for another dino. So let's go ahead and get our dino allocated to our war party, if you will. So it looks like, so this must be dino details. Let's see. Okay, so you have crafting ability, you have the gathering ability, you have the planting ability, research ability, construction ability, and carrying ability. Okay, so these are all talents innate to each dino. Then passive skills. Okay, Blood Fury for every 20% health loss, increase all damage by 1%. Destructive Bite is a normal skill that he has. Then an active skill which can be used in battle is the Blood Roar. So let's go ahead and get Bonkzilla, given he's like the main one. Let's get him in the war party. Let's allocate Arrow Wing to the home dino so he does some work for us. Let's actually get a little bit better understanding of him. So he's good at carrying stuff. Okay, got it. He's a proficient planner. Okay, so it looks like they do have talents as well. Interesting. So it really does put a lot of impetus on, you know, continuing to breed and hatch your eggs so you can get a good workforce. I mean, this guy's a quick worker, so he's going to be working fast. Proficient planner as well when we get to the farming stage of our little civilization here. So quite nice. I think he's a really good and proficient dino for the home base. And this guy has ferocity, so high attack power. And then skill cooldown. I mean, maybe he's actually a little bit better for our war party. Let's take another look at you. So he's got no talents at all. All right. Well, you are relegated to working then. Let's take Thornodon with us, given he has 2 talents that, impact his combat abilities. Then this Arrow Wing also does not have any talents either. This guy is great for just the home base. So let's do that. We have to explore level 2, so go to the Green Mystical Realm and achieve 1 victory, obtain 15 animal hides. That is our goal. And as we leave, I would assume our dinos just keep working, keep doing the things that need to be done, which is great. So let's go ahead and go on a little expedition. And you do that by way of this gate here. So let's head on out. And you go through this little portal here, and then you will see our little dino joins us, and we actually ride the dino in the top slot, which is cool. So we can begin an expedition. And the way this works is the more times you clear it, the more this progress bar goes up. And I would assume once it's all the way full, you do fight the big boss. But we have the Green Mystical Realm, the Desert Ruins, the Frozen Caverns, and the Flame Rifts. Looks like each have their own little big boss. Little pig boss. Contradicting myself, but let's go to the Green Mystical. And let's see what awaits us here. Alright, so 25% exploration progress. You can find the following dropped items. Stone Coin, Animal Hide, and Beast Blood. We do need some animal hides here. So let's go. And then as we go along, we will collect totems. Totems will change the trajectory of our attacks. And they can be assigned to each dino here, and you'll see how this works in just a moment. So, we have Fire Lizard Eggs. So every 4 normal attacks fires a Fire Lizard Egg at the target, dealing 50 elemental damage. Rapid Fire Level 1. Fires an additional projectile. Each projectile deals 67.5% damage. Ricochet. Increases the number of projectile ricochets by 1. So let's go ahead and take Rapid Fire. And I was able to take 2 last time. Looks like I'm able to take 2 here as well. Perfect. So now I can assign these to our beasts. So I'm obviously maining the flying guy, and you can left click to attack. So you see his regular attack there. So if we put these mods on our flyer, then you can see his attack is modded, and you do want to destroy the environment because you get more pickups this way. And then we'll see what Mr. Thornodon here does in battle. Now another thing, we do have active skills down here. So I can press 1 and then use Arrow Wing's active skill. You can press 2 and use Thornodon's active skill. Looks like he rolls a big old boulder at him. You love to see that. Alright, let's hop on in. Looks like we have somewhat of a fight. So Relic Guidance. Relics enhance all dino or player attributes and traits. Relics are guaranteed rewards in specific marked rooms, so that is the marking of a relic room. Okay, quite nice. So let's go ahead and win this fight. Take out this little scorpion. Gotta watch out. He does predict his attack. So let's be careful. Looks like Thornodon's getting involved. You love to see this. And what do we have? So obtain relic. Very nice. Alright, Warrior Power. Physical damage of dinos and summons plus 15%. Critical Strike. Critical hit rate plus 12%. Blood Pact. When dinos kill an enemy, there's a 20% chance to restore 1 health to the player. Let's go with Warrior Power. I think it makes a lot of sense. So that just stacks up over here. Got it. Looks like we can actually pick 2. So let's go with Crit and Warrior Power. You bet. Looks like we got a bunch of resources there, including some more stone coins, which is great. Let's go ahead and explore around here. Looks like we got a bunch of wood and fiber. So tremendous. And it looks like we do have a path. So this is going to be a totem. And this is going to be a relic. I think what we want to do is, let's go ahead and grab the relic. They seem a little rarer to me. Wait, is there something down here? Oh, and you can press spacebar to dash as well. So let's go this way. It looks like we have some enemies spawning in. We got giant frogs. So let's see how they like the boomerang. Scorpion man, get wrecked, bro. Looks like we got a little seashell. Little crate here. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this relic. Alright, Warrior Power again. So from level 1 to level 2, plus 30% damage. Crit Strike, and then Berserker Power. Dinos and summons deal 100% damage, but player takes plus 70% damage. Let's go with Warrior Power and Crit Strike. Level them both up to level 2. And they are promptly leveled up to level 2 over here on the side. So now we have more options. Looks like we have another relic and another totem. I mean, do I keep stacking these relics? It kind of seems like the way. I mean, plus 30% damage for all dinos is pretty impressive. So let's do it. See if maybe we can get another warrior relic. Alright, so let's roll some big boulders. Gotta watch out for the projectiles, of course. And we got Thornodon getting involved, throwing boulders, having fun. Most importantly, let's obtain another relic. Alright, Totem Backpack increases the maximum number of totem slots for dinos by +1. That sounds quite nice, given they're capped at 3. Warrior power. I mean, if I can take this one and this one, we sure can. Different rarities on the relics as well as the totems. So this is like the roguelite aspect of this game. I do like that it incorporates, a pretty robust battle system and exploration system, along with the city building aspect. I do think that's quite nice. Looks like we have another relic here. The game has not been stingy with relics, that's for sure. I think I want to maybe prioritize some totems, though, so I can augment my projectile a little bit further. Let's throw some boomerangs, you bet. Big damage there. And let's go. Looks like we have a chimp. Let's take him out. Alright, chimp goes down. And we get yet another relic. Alright, Berserker's power. I'm not crazy about that one. Furious power. All damage dealt by dinos and summons plus 9%. Just across the board, damage increase. Yes, when dinos kill an enemy, 20% chance to restore 1 health to the player. I mean, we've got 116 HP. I don't like the prospect of taking 70% more damage. So let's do the Blood Pact. I'm okay with that. Let's explore a little bit, and I definitely want to go with the totems here. We've been just stacking relics left and right. I'm not sure how common or rare they are. They seem to be fairly common. But let's go ahead and take the time to explore. Get some more resources for the home base. Alright, totem time. Let's go. Alright, we got an encounter. Let's roll a big boulder and get on the dodge. Yeah, I definitely want to augment the attack a little bit further. Maybe we can give Thornodon a little bit of love as well. Alright, totem. What do we have? So, splitting, level 1. We got homing. Okay. Tracking angle and projectile and summons plus 15%. Splitting, level 1. Number of projectiles split upon disappearance plus 3. Rapid fire. So, we're firing 1 additional projectile. I think I like that. And let's go with homing as well. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, oh yeah. Nice little stream of projectiles there. And this just might be a boss. Maybe we can get some beast blood from this boss. Can I get the barrel? Again, got some wood and stone. Very nice. Alright, inverse is what appears to be a boss. Oh yeah, we got a boss. This is the Venom Thorn, I believe is what it said. Alright, let's get some. Wow, okay, so this guy's a little intense. Alright, and he burrows. He's coming up. Let's get a little boomerang action at him. You bet. Thornodon doing his thing. This guy's got a pretty big attack range as well. Gotta be careful of that. And I do have to lay off the attack for just a little bit. Whoa, okay, so this guy got me. He got me pretty good. So I've got to let the little stamina bar over here recharge. It looks like he goes down. Yeah, not a big deal at all. We did get some animal hide. Looks like we got the 15 that we were looking for. Let's see if we can collect some more resources. Bring that back home and let's go build some more buildings. Go do some more stuff. Now, sometimes you can find eggs. So you can find eggs in your expedition, which will give you, of course, another dino to hatch. So that's obviously an exciting thing. But let's see what rewards we have today. So a bunch of stone coins. Very nice. And we can end the expedition here. So let's do it. Alright, so we got a bunch of loot. 50 fiber, 15 wood, a bunch of stone coins, bones, animal hide, stone, and hey, we got a Domi egg. How about that? So that is a new dino type. You love to see it. And our guy looks a little maniacal. Like he's having a great time. You know, good expedition for sure, as denoted by his demeanor. Damage taken. Damage dealt, 61,000 damage, 21 kills. Looks like our flyer did the most damage, but, you know, Thornodon on his own did pretty good as well. So very nice. Return back home. It looks like we're going to get a little tutorial into cooking now, which is good. And, you know, I feel like this tutorial in the game, it's suitable. It works. Kind of shows you the core mechanics of the game while it brings you along slowly. So I didn't want to completely complete the tutorial and just jump into this without showing you guys some of the core mechanics, right? So let's go ahead and first and foremost, let's go ahead and hatch this egg. So we got another Bonkzilla egg as well. I wonder what's going on. Where did that come from? Definitely not complaining. That's one of those little red dinos, these guys right here. But let's go ahead and get the Tame, given it's a new one. 30 seconds of hatching. So it'll do that automatically, which is great. We have to unlock and build the cooking station. Okay. So let's see. Cooking station. All right, I've got that. Food trough. We can get that unlocked as well. Might as well research that. And let's see. So to upgrade, I need the cooking station and food trough. Okay, got it. All right, so let's go ahead and find a suitable spot to build. Wait, first and foremost, so beast blood. It looks like I did not get any beast blood, but we could get another dino to deploy. I think I'm going to do that. Bring another dino with us. Where we go? Training station. We need it's the cooking station. All right, we've got plenty of resources for this. So let's find a suitable place for the cooking station. I think right here is a good spot for it. Let's go ahead and get that down. And then I do believe if we just let it go, dinos will build this for us. Looks like this guy's going for it. Let's just observe here. Let's observe our flyer in the wild, and yeah, look at him go. He's building it up. Excellent. So while he's doing that, let's go ahead and check out Tame. Tame has joined your tribe. Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and get an idea of what Tame brings to the table. So it looks like one of those, thick cranium basher dinos from like Jurassic Park and obviously the prehistoric era. So what does he have? So it looks like he has some debuffs. So this is kind of like, what's that one game? It's trying to be more popular than Pokemon with guns. What's it called? If you know, let me know in the comment section below. It's not coming to my mind. But stumbling and dull. So reduced movement speed. Reduced research speed as well by 30%, so we don't want him anywhere near our research table. He's friendly, so fatigue reduction rate. And then despite having a movement speed debuff, he gets a movement speed buff. And it's more significant. I mean, a decent home dino for sure. I don't really see me bringing him into battle. But let's see, what else do we know about him? He's a good builder. Shattering Barrage, he's got Chain Hammer Strike and Swift Assault. Increases its movement speed by 4% for 3 seconds upon hitting an enemy. So this guy's all about running around and bashing things with the skull, I suppose. Okay, cool. I think we can definitely find a spot on the home front with him, but probably won't be bringing him into battle. Alright, so players can actively feed dinos via interaction. Cooking station allows crafting various food items for dinos, okay? Both players and dinos can craft food. Okay, so dinos can craft food as well. Very cool. Food provides various effects and can be tailored to meet needs. Players can actively feed dinos via interaction. Alright, got it. So let's see. Let's open up the workbench and see what we have. So, roasted berries. So, one berry restores 25 satiety, 10% of immediate defecation. 10% chance of immediate defecate. Okay. Well, we got to be careful about that. Maybe there's like restroom services. Otherwise, we have roast meat. Restores 40.5 satiety. Then we have mixed skewer. So that's mushrooms and meats. 25% chance to increase movement speed. Restores 45 satiety. So I think we have 10 berries. I don't like the idea of immediate defecation, right? That's kind of scary, but let's go ahead and get a bunch of these crafted. And then I'll see if our dinos do it. In fact, let's craft everything. Let's actually do the skewer instead of just the roast meat. And let's see if they do it. So craft 3 roasted berries at the cooking station. Obviously, their cooking skill needs to be up to par. Okay, so they're researching. So why don't we go ahead and just do this manually? I guess I can't rely on my dinos to do everything around here. At least until we have a larger workforce. Alright, roasted berry +1. So if I leave work in here for them to do, then they will do it. And then the game's going to tell me next to make a feeding trough to put the food into so the dinos can eat it automatically versus me feeding them is my guess. Yep. Okay, food trough. Alright, so I'll get done crafting this berry here and we'll see if the dinos intervene. Yeah, look at Bonkzilla go. He's a wizard in the kitchen. Gordon Ramsay would be proud. Alright, so Should probably get some more of these just raw berries. And still remains to be seen where exactly that meat came from. But I'll get a few more mushrooms as well. These harvest pretty quickly. And it does appear like when you leave and come back, like more foliage grows, more trees grow, more mushrooms grow, and things of the like. So it seems to be like a self-sustaining kind of plot of land, where as long as you have the work, you can continue to get resources. So we've got a mushroom seed right there, which is excellent. I'm sure we'll be getting into farming in this episode here, so stocking up on seeds, definitely a good thing. And so they're carrying the berries back. Maybe I should look at relocating this. Now, is that an option? Can I relocate this? It doesn't look like it. Wonder if I built another one of these. Like, do they share? I think is the question. So let's see. Okay, current building count is 1 of 1. Okay, got it. So maybe there's a way to increase max capacity, but you definitely want the item box centralized so your dinos can, you know, return stuff a little faster. All right, food trough. We have the resources. Let's go ahead and build it. So let's put that like right in the middle. I don't know if this is like fertile soil, so I've been avoiding putting anything here. So why don't we actually throw this? Let's put it like, I mean, it's got to look like it kind of fits in. Maybe we put it just adjacent to the cooking station. I think that makes sense. Let's do it. Let's build it up with the bare hands. So there does appear to be a lot of building variety, which is cool. And I do really like the way your dinos just automatically work. Quite nice. Alright, food must be manually placed in the food trough. Dinos will automatically eat from the food trough when hungry. Players need to replenish the food promptly. If the food is not replenished in time, dinos will enter a hungry state, and prolonged hunger increases the risk of illness. Okay, so illness probably applies a debuff, I would guess, to the dino. So let's go ahead and let's get these berries in there. It looks like they do stack up, so we want a lot of variety, right? But let's go ahead and let's stick with that for now and go to the command station and upgrade to level 3. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and get it upgraded. Boom. All right, nice. We got some fireworks. So we need to build a sleeping bag for the next upgrade. But first and foremost, we can go ahead and go to the command station and upgrade the base to level 4. I need to build a sleeping bag first. So I will, but let's go ahead and get this guy out there. And in fact, why don't we go ahead and hatch another dino? Got another Bonkzilla. Maybe he's got some better stats. We'll certainly see. Yeah, there he is, Bonkzilla. Hanging out. Alright, sleeping bag. Let's go ahead and research that technology. Sleeping bag. Workload 100. Okay, so this is going to take a while to research. Hey, look at this guy. He's a different color even. Okay, cool. So they can vary in color. Alright, well, let's compare him to our current workforce. Definitely want to take a peek at your new dinos. So cowardice. Attack power minus 5%. Looks like he's a good gatherer. That's about it. Doesn't add much for combat prowess. Seems like a good farm hand to me, for sure. So let's start researching this. And do they help me research to speed it up? Yeah, it looks like they do. Very cool. So we're in harmony with the dinosaurs here today, my friends. Oh yeah, it's like all hands on deck. It's like they know we need some sleeping bags up in here, so let's get it researched, and let's get it researched quickly. And it also looks like my health doesn't restore. Maybe I have to manually do that by resting. That could be. Making observations, exploring the game together. Alright, so we're almost done with the sleeping bag. Let's get it. Alright, boom. Excellent. Now, let's build it. Alright, so fiber. Looks like animal hide. Building allows one dino to rest at night. So we have several dinos. Ideally, I keep them all nice and cozy. Where do we want to set up our little sleeping area? I think that's definitely something that I want to consider. Let's get a few more berries in the food trough. Looks like we have a unit of wood right here as well. So I think what I want to do is I want to clear some area. And then we want to get down a sleeping zone for our dinos. Maybe like down here. It's kind of out of the way. They got a nice little shade tree. So let's clear out some of this area and get a few sleeping bags. Gotta work the land, you know? Gotta be a steward and cultivator of the land. Alright, so let's get a sleeping bag down. Looks like I can get 2 maximum. So let's get these built up. Well, let's build 1 actually. It looks like we're gonna get some help. I do like that they're just all over the jobs. That is super cool. Like, they're nice and attentive to the jobs, right? Like some of these games where there's an AI script that tells the AI to build things or to research things or do things. It's a little slow. Well, this game, it's very prompt, which is appreciated. At least it gives you the semblance that things are getting done in a quicker fashion. Alright, so let's go ahead and upgrade the base yet again. Boom. Fatigue guidance. Work depletes dino fatigue over time. Okay. At 0 fatigue, dinos become fatigued, greatly reducing work speed. With the hot spring, dinos recover fatigue automatically during the day. With the bed, dinos recover more fatigue during night sleep. Makes sense. So we need to go on another expedition, which I think we certainly should. So let's see. We can add you to the workforce. So let's add Bonkzilla to the workforce, just as another warm body out there. And let's see, I can't upgrade this yet. Wait, or can I? How about that? I can. Forgot I already upgraded that, actually. So this guy's our top worker, Arrowwing. Bonkzilla doesn't have any battle talents. This guy's good at moving and fatigue reduction rate. So let's go ahead and grab Bonkzilla into our war party. And let's go. Gonna go on another expedition here. So let's go. Need more resources. Need more animal hides so I can build another sleeping bag. So let's make it happen. Alright, let's go war party. Back into the green mystical. Alright, so opening totem. What do we have? Ricochet, splitting, rapid fire. I think rapid fire did well, but what if we pair this with like ricochet? Or how about splitting? Let's go rapid fire and splitting. Let's get that on our main here and let's see what this does. Okay, yep. A little bit. Alright, very nice. I like that you can augment your attacks. That's quite cool. Alright, excellent. Obtain totem. Let's see, what do we have? Fire lizard eggs. We got ricochet ice shard. Each skill cast fires 1 tracking ice shard, dealing 150% elemental damage. I mean, we have ricochet. Why don't we do like a rapid fire splitting ricochet build? Let's try that out. Fire lizard eggs. Yeah, let's do it. Fire lizard eggs for the fire lizard. How about? Sounds good to me. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just cut down some of this grass. Get some more resources. Never get too much of this stuff. Still remains to be seen what the bones do. We have a totem or a relic. Let's go ahead and get a relic. Let's hit Frogman with the big old boulder. Oh yeah, take him out. Looks like we have another wave of enemies. Okay, so we're going to start getting into multiple waves. Alright, warrior power. Wow, deadly strike plus 30%. Oh, crit hit damage, not chance. Okay. Let's go warrior power and deadly strike, though. I'm usually a big fan of crit builds. Usually. So So let's go ahead and get another relic. Let's just stack a few of these up. Alright, so these guys are a little more tanky for sure. We got Thornodon rolling boulders. Got this guy throwing fire lizard eggs. These guys meeting my projectiles with some projectiles. Let's throw the boomerang at them. Boom, get wrecked. Alright, very nice. Obtain relic. Totem backpack. The answer is yes. Warrior power. Physical damage. I mean, this is all damage in general. Let's do, plus 30%. Hard to turn down. Alright, so let's explore just a little bit further. Got some bones. Alright, we have totem or relic. Let's go ahead and get a totem. I want to get some more attacks on Thornodon. Alright, this guy's locking on. Gotta watch out, scorpions, man. Alright, we got the chimps again. Take out the spider. Alright, way to gang up on him there, boys. Totem, you bet. So ricochet, rapid fire, piercing. Additional targets penetrated by projectiles +1. I think that's just, it's too good for our rap fire kit. Let's go ahead and grab rap fire for Thornodon. Let's do a piercing. I wonder if there's a way to like upgrade these. Like, can I stack these? Doesn't look like it. Alright, what is this? I've never seen this icon before, so curious to find out more about this. Let's check it out. Alright, what do we have? Well, we got spiders. Let's hit them with the boomerang. Alright, we're piercing through. Got another wave coming in. Spider get wrecked by the boulder. Looks like we did a double boulder. Let's take him out. Looks like I need to recharge a little bit. That's alright. My war party did my bidding. Let's see, what do we have? So what is this? Looks like we have a shop of some sort. Okay. Interesting. Can we buy some eggs? I mean, that's what I'm really curious about. Like, what other dinos are available to us? Right? So let's explore. Shop guidance. Store allows purchasing items using shells. Okay, relics, materials, and totems may also be available for purchase. 2 identical totems can merge into a higher level totem. Okay, so this is like the merging. Okay, got it. Small monsters may drop shells. Shell rooms drop significantly more. Got it. Okay, so what do we have going on here? So splitting level 2. This is cottonseed. For 20 shells. How many shells do I have? 56. Otherwise, we have a furious power. So that would be a relic. Shopkeeper. Okay, so this guy's going to allow us to synthesize. So this is the one that we can do. The rap fire. How much does it cost is the question. Doesn't look like it costed anything. Okay, so the shop is super key. So rap fire level 2. Oh yeah, nice steady stream. This guy's sleeping on the job. I think we buy the cottonseed. 2 shell to purchase 1. 40 shell to purchase all. Okay, so there's... Got it. Yeah, let's get a few. I mean, let's get like 5. I'm okay with that. And then we have splitting level 2. So this is a level 2 skill. Let's get it. Let's throw it on Thornodon. You need some love. Furious power. Cost 10. I think I'm good. Nah, I guess let's do it. Why not? Boss fight. Alright, we got a big boy spider here. Shadow Weaver. Let's take him out. Alright, very tanky boss so far. Let's see if we can get some boomerang action on him. A little boulder action on him as well. All kinds of boulders. Thornodon just littering the field with the boulders. Alright, let's use this opportunity to restore. In fact, what does this do? Looks like a healing skill, maybe? Alright, let's get the herd on him. Take him out, Shadow Weaver. My attack speed is nerfed because I'm out of stamina. Alright, Shadow Weaver goes down. Lovely, and we get some animal hides. It's what we needed to build more sleeping bags. We got a bunch of stone coins as well. Definitely the reason to continue to do these expeditions. And I'm curious to see if we got any eggs as well. Very curious. Let's see. Yeah, we got a Thornodon egg. Okay, so the Thornodon's actually very good. It's a very good one. 19 animal hides as well. And we did get a piece of raw meat as well. Very nice. Alright, so unlock and build crop plots is the next task. Okay, so now we're going to get into some farming. For sure. Let's go ahead and open the workbench up quick. So let's relegate 8 of these to be built. We got a mixed skewer. Yes. Let's put that in there as well. Make sure everybody stays nice and fed. Let's see here real quick. We got 3 home dinos. I can make Bonkzilla a 4th. Just to get some work done. So I'm going to need 4 sleeping bags. But first and foremost, I suppose, let's see what the crop plot takes. So crop plot. Alright, so let's allocate that research. Hey, what do you know? Got some feces. Alright, so we actually can get the remaining number of sleeping bags. So let's do it. Got some wood down there. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start this research. Because we got to get this done. And then the other dinos of the land should help build their own sleeping bags. Either that or it looks like this guy's going to help me research. I mean, we'll take all the help we can get, right? We're going to reach the stars someday. Together. Alright, this guy's going down to build. You love to see that. And we got just work being done, right? It's a community here, right? Like we're all invested in this together. It really makes you feel like you're one with your dinos. You know what I mean? They work for you. I'm really curious about, you know, other dino varieties. What they bring to the table. Like, can you get, like, really, really good, like, construction ones? I would assume you can, right? I would assume you can. Can you breed? Can you breed for good traits? You know what I mean? These guys, as a group, they built really, really fast. And what do you know? Everybody has a spot to sleep now. And we're getting the crop plots researched. All right, boom. Let's go ahead and hatch this Thornodon. 10 minutes. Okay, wow. So that's going to take a while. Maybe some of the rarer ones. Maybe that's like a really rare one. Maybe like the longer it takes, like the better traits they have. Certainly could be. But crop plots. So let's see. What do we know? This building plants 1 crop. Takes 3 animal hide. Okay, so we can get exactly 3. I mean, this just kind of feels like a tailor-made spot for crop plots. So I think what I want to do is let's clear it out. I can get 3 plots, so we'll get 3. We're going to clear it out a little bit, cultivate the land just a little bit. All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and build up some crop plots. Boom. All right, who wants to help me build this? Looks like cranium guy's coming on down. Alright, so, what do we know about farming? Farming involves 4 stages: sowing, watering, growing, and harvesting. Farming produces materials for food, treatment, and unlocking equipment. Equipment, huh? Okay. Players can grow crops themselves. When seeds are placed in the seed box, dinos will automatically plant them. When fertilizer is placed in the fertilizer box, dinos will... the farm. Dinos will probably use the fertilizer, I think is what it means to say. With the farm, dinos can water crops. With the harvesting station, they can harvest automatically. Okay. So we're going to see a bunch more buildings here, I would assume. There's a bunch of buildings that we need to add so our dinos can, you know, help us farm, I think. It's kind of what I gathered from that. So we got our 3 crop plots. Excellent. So we have to defeat another beast. So it's going to send us on another quest. I've got no problem with that. I mean, I think what we really do lack is water. So I think what I want to do is, let's take a look at the... let's take a look at this, the technology station. Unlocked at base level 5. Okay, so we have to get this upgraded. And to do so, we need to defeat Kaninga. Okay, well, let's go and do that. First and foremost, though. Bonkzilla, you're coming with me. And let's go. On another expedition. In fact, we should be wrapping up the mystical green relatively soon. Green mystical. Yeah, I mean, it's almost done. 75%. So it seems like we did 25% per. So I wonder if we... do we face the big boss now? We're going to find out. Let's go. Obtain totem. Homing ice shard. I think I'm curious about the ice shard. So let's do it. And let's do homing. Throw the ice shard on our boy Thornodon. And I think what I want to do is let's get a few totems for starters to augment the shots properly. All right, we got Frogman. Let's take him out. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for... okay, so his projectile bounces off the wall there. You see that? Obtain totem. Ricochet homing knockback. Ricochet's good. We can do that. Homing, sure thing. I think I want to do more totems. Alright, took a hit there. Oh yeah, so the homing. See that effect a little bit. Alright, a quick easy battle. So knockback orbits. Allows projectiles and summons to orbit around the player. Really? Well, that seems kind of cool. I just got some more of those shells. So wait. Let's see this. Oh, how about that? Kind of seems like a decent one for Thornodon. Let's go ahead and get a, let's go get a relic. Alright, got Frogman. Let's take him out. Nice, these boulders are actually orbiting. That's hilarious. Let's take down the Frogman. And the spider. Alright, very nice. And the river dries up into a road. Totem backpack. Yeah, we'll take that. Energy recovery speed +1. Energy must be this little yellow bar right here. Which does seem to deplete relatively fast, so I think that's a good one to get. Look at this. We have an egg. I'm all about that. We're definitely all over the egg. Let's go. How about this? A Bonkzilla egg. Okay, so we've got a few Bonkzillas, but maybe we can get one with really good traits. We'll certainly see. A Bonkzilla blue. Okay. So there are different variations of each dino species. That's pretty cool. I wonder if there's like shiny versions or super rare versions. I think it's pretty obvious to me if you get one with very good home traits, right? That's a very valuable one to get. And in for another relic, and we got the Dungster. Okay, so is this like a mini boss? What do we got going on here? He's locked on me. Okay, yeah, don't get hit by that. Alright, so I don't appear to be able to do any damage to this guy. What is going on exactly? Watch out, boys. Don't get hit by that. Okay, is there something that I'm missing? Oh, I think we want him to jump on this, maybe? I think so. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, that works real nice. How about on the fire? Nothing? Okay. Where's the next pointy stick? Come on up, pointy stick. Boom. Get wrecked, Dungster. Just get wrecked. Your gimmick is up, buddy. Alright, another stick right here. Let's make it hurt. Boom. Peace out, Dungster. Let's get the relic. Alright, Furious Power. I think that's a really good one. We'll definitely take that. Blood Rage. Sure. Take the Blood Rage as well. Totem or a relic. I think could certainly use some more totems. Alright, a bunch of enemies here. Let's throw some boomerangs. Throw a big boulder at them. Let's go, boys. Get in there. Get aggressive. Yeah, I definitely need more totems. Especially given we're going to be fighting the big boss. It definitely feels like we need some more attack power. Maybe I can get something nice. Maybe we can get on into a shop as well. Blood Roar, okay. So that actually hurts me when I use that. What does it do? When bullets hit enemies, additional elemental damage. Okay. Obtain totem. You bet. So scatter, tornado, ricochet. For 20 seconds, unleashes a tornado. 100% elemental damage continuously. Scatter. In a fan shape. That sounds great. Ricochet sounds fantastic as well. Oh, that's quite nice. I do like the way that you can augment your shots. It's quite cool. Like you can put together a pretty fun little kit. Like maybe you get like a rapid fire fan-shaped shot that homes and spins around you or something. You know what I mean? Let's go into the shop. See if we can merge some of these totems. Alright, so we got another scatter. This is level 1. We have 32 shells. I think we saw that this was free. So yes, let's synthesize them both. Okay. So we got Ricochet and Homing. So we did take everything off Bonkzilla. What do we have here, though? Energy Meal. Soars 100 satiety. 100% chance to recover fatigue. Costs 31 shells to purchase, though. I feel like we need a little bit more support against this boss. Player takes damage, deals 350 physical damage to all enemies. I mean, I like that, and then I like this. Scatter. In fact, we can actually upgrade the scatter, so let's do it. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Now on into the boss fight. Let's go. Alright, so it's Kaninga. Some sort of beast lizard looking dude. A fierce opponent indeed. So let's take him out. Whoa, okay, so he comes charging. This guy's ready to go. Let's unfurl the boomerangs. Let's do our best to stay alive and get some damage on him. Gotta keep my fatigue high as well. Alright, what is he gonna do? Okay, so he changes form. Alright, let's make sure we're good on the dodge. Don't want to get pinned into a corner against this guy. Oh man, that's not that's not good. Alright, so this guy's quite challenging actually. Alright. Let's just understand the pattern. Let's keep getting attacks on him. See, if he keeps using this attack. Oh, got it. You gotta break your way out of it. I see. Okay. Well, now I understand. Alright, let's get him. He's almost down. Alright, there we go. Got out of there. Perfect. Let's do a little boomerang action, and Kaninga's down. Alright. Definitely the most challenging boss we faced so far. The guy's got some moves, right? He's got some attack patterns that make you scratch your head just a little bit, and go to the desert ruins and defeat Devourer. So that is up next. Looks like we have a brand new biome to explore. Got all kinds of resources. Another successful expedition. So let's get on back home. Alright, so we did get a couple of eggs. So a Bonkzilla blue. We got a Domi brown egg. Okay. So we're seeing a few repeats, but again, the traits, right? It just creates the need to continuously hatch your eggs to try to find better ones. We also got the beast blood as well. So the beast blood's going to be great. Congratulations on completing Chapter 1 on easy difficulty. You can continue playing or challenge a higher difficulty. Demo only includes Chapter 1. More exciting content is coming soon. If you're interested, please add it to your wish list. Yes, indeed. If you are interested in Dino Topia, add it to your wish list. The release date is simply coming soon, but the demo is free here on Steam. Give it a look. Launching for Steam Next Fest, of course. So let's see, what do we have? There's a couple of things to do here quick, and then I think we can land this plane given the desert ruins are all locked up for now. So let's unlock more abilities. Alright, so enter room. Get health recovery, fountain room, health recovery. Not available yet. Deploy dino is all maxed out. Totem backpack. I mean, attack power seems like a great thing to go in on. Same with max health, for sure. So I would spend my coins as such. We do have a Thornodon available. This one took 10 minutes. So let's give a little idea of this guy. Why did he take 10 minutes? So he's courageous. Plus 5% attack power. A good planter. A good home dino as well, I must admit. So we'll do that there. Let's get the brown Domi hatching. Another 10-minute hatch. And then for technology, I mean, it looks like we would upgrade to the next tier, right? And then for more technology, we do have the hot spring, the construction station, hunting station, lumber mill, quarry, and farmstead. All of these things are available. I think what it's ultimately going to do is help us basically be a little more autonomous with our farming and the things that our dinos can do to help us just around our little civilization. Seems like there's a lot of buildings available. It seems like there's a lot of potential and possibility for a bunch of different kinds of dinos as well. I like the battling aspects. I love the totem aspect. I think that's really smartly done. I think it's a fun way to, put together unique kit each time you go out on an expedition. And obviously there's RNG involved. It's a little randomized, so you can mix and match different attack characteristics and come up with a fun attack. I do like that you can bring dinos with you and they, fight alongside you and use their skills with you. That's really cool. I think there's always something to do, right? It's definitely one of those games where there's always something to do. You could always be gathering resources or, building more things or going on expeditions to find some more resources and things of the like. Definitely a charming game, definitely a fun game, and, I definitely enjoyed my time with Dino Topia. So if you did too, my friends, then please smash the like button. You can certainly check out this game for yourself. Free demo on Steam available right now. You can wishlist it, keep an eye on it. Check out the full release. Like I said, I don't have full release details yet, but it's definitely an up-and-coming game. And if you are new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber as well. We're blending the new and the old, right? I'm previewing a bunch of new games here, but I've also got a bunch of playthrough series of games that the community enjoys. And if this is one that you do enjoy, let me know in the comment section below, and we can certainly do another run or two, probably when, maybe an early access version or a further version with a little more content is added. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. But, first, before I do that, huge shout out to the developers of Dino Topia. It's been a pleasure working with you. And thank you to you as well, the viewer. I really do appreciate you spending some time here. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. But thanks again so much. I do appreciate it. And I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.